Can you see me better? No, my head is kind of cropped. Okay, let's chat. What if I told you that your childhood experiences stand a chance to be the blueprint of what your routine should look like, or may look like, or ought to look like? Hi, I'm Fazela. I'm just a girl trying to find happiness and joy in the chaos of the world. Because at the end of the day, if doctors told me that I had 2 days left to live, the only regret I will have is not being happy. If I were told I'm dying tomorrow, the only thing I will regret is not making the most out of life in terms of happiness. I won't care about my dreams. I won't care. Of course, I will care, but it won't be at the top of my list. I'll be thinking, oh my God, I ought to have been happier. I ought to have lived more free. I ought to have done what I wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm just a girl trying to make the most out of life, trying to live experiences and create whimsy in all these experiences. Back to what I was saying. Your childhood is a blueprint of what your routine may look like, or should look like, or ought to look like. How many routines have you come up with so far? How many have you tossed aside? Myself included. I can't even tell you how many I've come up with. I'm 24, and the amount of routines I've come up with, you guys, and I've tossed them aside. And sometime back, it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I don't want a routine. But in the end, you always need a routine. For some reason, you always need guidance. You always need structure. But before we even continue this video, a routine is not evidence of how successful you are or how successful you're going to be. A routine is not evidence of how disciplined you are, or how hardworking you are, or how diligent you are. A routine is just a routine. So this video is not to tell you that if you don't have a routine, then you're not doing enough with your life. No, a routine is just a routine. So if you're at a point where you've tried all routines and nothing seems to work, and you've abandoned routines altogether, but something tells you deep down that you really need a routine, this video is for you. Where do I start? Story. Because I'm speaking based on my own life experiences, not a story I was told, not some book I read, my own life experiences. I don't like the way this whole thing is is cropping my head. Okay. Are we still together in this? We are having a chat. So all the bloopers are going to be in this video. I'm not cutting anything out. We are having a conversation. We are chatting. So if you want perfection out of this video, maybe wait for the next one. Yeah. But we are having a chat today. Actually, in my channel, we'll just be having chats. Maybe it will get more structured in the future, but the baseline is just chatting. If you don't have someone to chat with, I'm here for you. Okay, I don't want to lose that train of thought. So, based on my life experiences, we are talking about routines. Fazela, focus. Routines. So, a short story of my life. My childhood has been very inconsistent. There has been a lot of unpredictability. I've been to 8 different schools in 8 different locations, living with 8 different relatives. This means different cultures, different people, and I had to adapt so fast as a child. I lack words to explain how inconsistent my life was, but with that information, you can already picture how inconsistent my life was, yet I was just a kid. 8 different schools, 8 different people, 8 different locations. Yeah, that was crazy. So, as I got older, I realized that I have micromanaging tendencies. I want to control everything. I want to plan to the T. I want to know what will happen tomorrow at exactly 11:30. And if I don't know, it is making me anxious. If I can't control what tomorrow will look like, I feel restless. If this is you, maybe you need this video. Your life may have been the opposite. Maybe there was too much structure in your life, too much predictability, too much planning. And so as you got older, you want to be winging it. You just want to go with the flow. But it gets to certain moments where you feel like you need a routine. So where do you start? First off, understand that you are two sides of the same coin. You want predictability, but to a certain extent. How do I place it? Let me see. You want what I term as controlled freedom. You want a strict program in your routine, but if the program is too strict that it wants to control you, you abandon it altogether. You want freedom, but if the freedom controls you, you don't want the freedom altogether. This is what you are. So how do you apply this reality of your existence to your routine? When you're planning your routine, you want to consider two things. Deliberate freedom and non-negotiable anchors. Let's start with deliberate freedom. Deliberate freedom are things you consider freedom. I don't know what you consider freedom. I don't know, staring through the window, stalking your favorite celebrity, watching your favorite show, scrolling through Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you call freedom. Add them into your routine. That is the first thing. The second part of your routine wants to be what I call non-negotiable anchors. Non-negotiable anchors are a must-do. These are essential things in your routine. You know what they are. Going to the gym, your goals, your projects, appointments, commitments, whatever they are, these are non-negotiable. So you have your freedom and you have your anchors. You have your, like I said, this video is not perfect. We're having a chat. So expect all the bloopers. What this does to your brain, it gives your brain credible evidence that you're in control. You can work when you choose to work. You can be lazy because you've chosen to be lazy. I hope this helped you. Help yourself. Once you're done with this video, head straight to making a routine. Stop saying you will do it tomorrow. Once you're done with this video, start getting your routine together. If you need one, that is. And one more thing, one last thing before I end, before this chat ends. Sometimes what we call laziness is not laziness. Sometimes it is just your brain trying to tell you something. Fazela, I'm not ready for this. Fazela, I'm scared. Fazela, we need more structure. Fazela, this is not a priority for now. All you need to do is to listen. But what we do is that most of the time when our brain is being resistant to certain things, to certain plans we have, we are so quick to interpret it as laziness. Sometimes not even sometimes, most of the time your brain is just trying to communicate something. So stop fighting it. All you need to do is to listen. I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you. I hope I kept you company, and I hope you kept me company. Thank you for giving me company. And if I'm your cup of tea, you're welcome to take a sip by subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell for more experiences, for more whimsy, for more discoveries, for more conversations. I'll see you in our next chat. Okay, there's this song I love singing. I feel like it's becoming cliche. I need to learn another song so that it can just leave my brain so another one can replace it. Which song do you want me to listen to next so I can sing for you? But for now, listen to this song. For some of you who've been here, you've heard it and you're like, Fazela, enough. But enough is not enough. So, okay, I'm sorry. Why am I so excited though? Okay. I said I wanted thin mints and you said you knew a guy. You showed up with a boombox and stars in your eyes. Who knew cuddling on trampolines would be so reckless? We bonded over black-eyed peas and complicated excess. Fell so deeply into it. It was all so innocent. All because I liked a boy. See you. Bye.